Once you're pre-qualified as a real estate investor, the next step is going to be shopping for the right property. And there's a few things that you should be doing. The first is running numbers so you know what types of properties will work for you before you start to go and view them. It's important to know the range of rents compared to the purchase price of certain types of properties and understanding if they're going to be cash flow positive or not. If you're getting a property in a C neighborhood, something that's a little bit rougher, where your tenant profile is not as strong and the property is less likely to appreciate, you're really going to want to think twice about buying anything that does not cash flow in a positive way. If you're looking at an exceptional property in a great neighborhood that's going to get good tenants and the value of the property is likely to improve as the tenant profile increases and more people move in and newer homes are built, it can be worth considering different strategies around buying a property that's cash flow neutral or maybe even cash flow negative. But it's important that if you go down that route, you plan around it and you understand the variables that you control that you can change to improve the cash flow of the property over 3 to 5 years. And more importantly, you set money aside to cover that negative cash flow. But when you're shopping, if you've done your homework ahead of time, it's going to make it a lot easier to choose which properties work for you. The second thing is going to be coordinating your professionals. As a mortgage broker, I always want to connect with your realtor so I understand what you're looking at and I can let them know what documents I'll need ahead of time so that we can get a running start before you actually view a property. This can allow you to have faster turnaround times in your condition removals, and this can allow you to ultimately get a property for less money because you can have a stronger offer. We can identify problems before you even go see the property, as certain types of properties or MLS descriptions can cause issues. Believe it or not, handyman special, fixer-upper, great Airbnb property, all of these descriptions in the MLS written by the selling agent can actually cause significant issues with your financing. And if we can catch these ahead of time, we can work on remediating them to making sure there's no issues. The next thing we can do is discuss your timelines and your numbers with you on a specific property before you go see it. And if you're planning on renovating, we can talk about purchase plus improvement mortgages and discuss what your budget would potentially be. So that way, when you go to the property, you can not only look at the property you're buying, but imagine what you can turn it into. This can allow you to make decisions quickly and ultimately get the right property for you in a situation where sometimes if you can move fast enough, you can avoid competition before it even begins. In slower markets, this can put you in a position where you know how to negotiate and the best way to get the right price. Whereas in the hotter markets, I think it's a situation where if you find the right property in the right neighborhood, it's not necessarily about trying to shave off every dollar, but rather get it for a fair price because you know there's going to be long-term value. If you need any help or need any checklists for shopping, let us know and I can send you a copy. If you need anything at all, just send me a message and I'm happy to help.